So whenever they do that, bro,
What's wrong?
I can't speak.
You're doing good.
Have you guys ever experienced deja vu?
Oh yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Not a lot.
Like there's
but a
times
little.
where I'm like 100%. I already did this.
Yeah. You've had like there's different levels of deja vu, right?
It's like man, I feel like I've done this before, and then other times you're like, I've never even met this person, but I feel like I've already met this person.
Yeah. Something familiar about this.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Anyway.
like a crazy theory that goes on with time travel and why this deja vu happens. So
Okay.
when people travel back in time and they change just a little thing, it alters the whole timeline of everybody.
So they go back in time. What
Whenever
happens?
they go back in time and it alters people's like timeline, and then that's why you experience deja vu, because you feel like you faintly remember your past life because people go back, change the time, and
So-
it already happened already. But since they went back in time,
Right.
they changed it, and you're completely different.
So you're
timeline.
saying it's not us personally going back in time. It's because someone has
Yeah.
gone back in time
Anybody?
to alter everyone's future, the butterfly effect. Even like killing a butterfly can change the outcome of like
Oh, yeah.
the world, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying because of that, we all are experiencing deja vu because we've experienced what we just experienced in another alternate timeline.
Yep.
Okay, so
That's interesting.
I just have like a question with that. Then, wouldn't we all experience deja vu at the same moment, or would you only experience deja vu at the moment that thing changed? So it's like right like this moment I'm experiencing deja vu because whatever they did, the thing that they did affects me right now.
Well, I mean, how many times in your life, or like in your today, like where you just mindlessly do something, like you're not really thinking about it, but say you're like walking to the kitchen or making a sandwich because you do it so often.
Right.
But things like today, looking for that tripod,
Yeah.
it's something that we'll all like just have in our head, like, oh yeah, I've done this before. So I feel like it happens more often than we think, but we just don't realize it.
Interesting. And so like you really only notice that it's happening when it's kind of like out of place.
On certain topics, something we just like kind of have in the back of our head, because I know we don't remember everything, right?
Yeah,
Right.
you don't.
I don't remember
Yeah.
the order I did stuff this morning.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if deja vu is just like kind of a strange feeling because like you can't really like it just when you experience it, that's really the only word for it, right? It's like, man, that was really weird. I had deja vu, and that, like
Yeah.
that's the same as saying like I was happy or sad, is saying you had deja vu, and like it expresses to somebody the feeling. And most of the time, people will know what you're saying because they've experienced deja vu as well. But it's a really unique like feeling, you know. So you think that like anytime we're experiencing that is like, or you may not think it, but this is the theory, is that like when we're experiencing it, it's because we've been affected by somebody doing something before.
It's interesting because, like, if you think about time, right, and how linear it is, whatever, and then if it branches off, like, why would an alternate universe, like, how are we connected to an alternate universe to where we know what happened when it just, like, changed course? So it's like we're, like, the same person, right?
With that, it depends on which version, like, assuming that time travel is possible, right? Even if it's not possible now, it depends on which version of time travel you believe in, right? Because like there's like different kinds.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about the branch theory, which is like they go back, they create a branch. Now there's this other
Yeah.
like parallel timeline.
Right.
But the other theory is that there's only one timeline. There's only one timeline, and if you go back in time and you change something, you're changing that one timeline. And there's no branches.
Isn't what his theory suggesting it's based off of the branch theory though, because there's an alternate timeline that you're experiencing?
or would you
Or
just
no, like
be
you so like you go so
Could be either
far
one, I
along
think.
in life,
Yep.
and we stop here. They go back in time,
Right.
change something, and then you're from there. So you remember kind of the future, but when it happens, it's like the same moment.
That's probably the best he's actually explained it this entire time.
Okay, so
He's saying, like, let's say you exist for 10 years,
yep.
and then somebody goes back in time and they go back to when you were 5, and they make a change at that point. It may not have anything to do with you, but they make a change at that time. Now you become a new version of yourself because you're basically writing over that data.
Yeah.
But little blips of this data linger around. So once you get to that point, you've actually already experienced it before. And that's the feeling of deja vu, is you re-experiencing what that other version of yourself had already done.
In the same timeline.
Yeah, in the same timeline.
Interesting.
I feel like deja vu is just things that happen with little things. It's nothing like huge, like going to a concert or.
Yeah, you're never
Yeah.
like watching the
it's
premiere
always-
of a movie and you're like, well,
I've seen this
actually, hold on. I think
Have you had that?
I have actually had
Really?
deja vu, and it's in that
Really?
kind of, but that might not be. You might not even consider watching a movie something big. Like you're talking about like.
Or like
well,
9/11. Like I had deja vu that this happened.
Exactly.
That would
Yeah.
be nuts, right?
You're like and you like know what's good. Like that would be the.
That would be insane.
That like if you're like
I know it's
this
gonna hit
other
this
plane is
building.
gonna happen, and then
and that would be nuts.
yeah, that would actually be insane.
Imagine there's people that actually had that.
There might be.
Yeah.
That's hard, right? There's people that might claim that they did,
It's
but
I kind of actually like that idea now because it's you explained it better this time, so now it's making more sense. Because
That's
look,
what I said. That was the best way
you
to
can
explain
branch it off of this too. Like you know how everything in this world, like technology wise, is made off of like ones and zeros. That's it. And it's kind of similar to how like our DNA is created, like all living organisms, everything. It's like based off of just basic code. It's like
Yeah.
a script.
like little bits and
It's,
stuff.
yeah, that's what it is,
Yeah.
right? But if you look at cryptocurrency or if you look at these ones and zeros, like it's created based off of just the loose ends of all these data points.
Yeah.
So what if the loose ends, the real life loose ends, are the deja vu kind of?
Oh.
That works, right? They're just like there, like they're
Yeah.
just corrupt files, you know?
And then you just like once you experience them, it's like that's how it affects you. Weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's actually that's kind of weird. Like it's an interesting thing to think about. Is like just time travel in general.
Time travel's got to be possible, and like,
You think so?
yeah,
I saw this.
if not in our timeline, eventually, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I think
okay.
it will one day be discovered, if not already.
So if time travel like does become a thing, right? It makes me wonder about like which version of time travel is more likely to exist, like creating alternate timelines. It's like, okay, because for me, the way I feel is like if you did go back in time and anything you do just creates a different timeline that doesn't actually affect yours, then why would you ever do it? What's the point? Unless it's to like, why would you ever change anything, right? Because it literally does not affect you at all. So like I could understand maybe going back in time to visually see and experience things that you hadn't, right? Getting to see, presidents or big things that,
Right.
witness the MLK speech in person, stuff like that. But why would you ever go back in time and change anything? If it just
I mean,
creates
maybe they don't try to do it. I think they go back, like you said, to see those things, but they accidentally. I mean, even if it's just like kicking a rock or
bumping into somebody,
changing a water bottle to a different location, just like small things.
little things that end up like
Yeah.
you bump into somebody, so now that guy's like a second late. He ends up getting hit by a car because he crosses the road a little bit later
Yeah.
than he would have. That guy was going to do all these other things. I say like, I get it. It just okay. So like accidental, but you wouldn't actually change anything, right? If like it didn't actually affect you, would you? Or would you do it to try and make?
Well,
the
what
lives
if
better?
what if like in the future, people like harness the power of time travel, but they know how dangerous it is, and like they're like, why would you? You're saying why would you? What if the world's about to end? Like, what if they went time travel in the future, and they're like, oh my God, there's no world. Let's go back. All right, present time. We got to figure out how to go back to change the future.
But with the branch theory, it doesn't like we can't.
I don't think there is a branch there. I think it's just literally just one timeline.
Yeah, because if it was the branch theory, if like you knew that our world was like going to end,
Yeah.
going back and doing something to change that would only change it for those people in the other branch. It wouldn't change it for our branch.
I see.
Like we're locked in. Like
So you're more branch theory though, is what you're
I'm
saying.
not. Well, I would like to think, because I don't really have any evidence to support believing in either one really, but I would hope that it's the one line. That way, if we do discover time travel, we could go back in time
Yeah.
and we could change things that happen. In your case, the world's ending. If only we had seen this 50 years ago, we could have made a difference. Time travel, it does good for humanity. We go back in time, we fix shit. Our world doesn't end.
So what do you believe in?
I believe in miracles. No, I don't know, dude. I guess linear, yeah, just like one timeline probably.
That's what you hope for.
Because my mind, I mean, like I can't comprehend what multiple timelines, like how that's even possible. Like I just don't.
That's what
It
I'm
just
trying to figure out.
messes with my head because like, how is there a parallel universe? You know what I mean?
Well, wouldn't a parallel universe be different than alternate timelines?
No, it'd be like the same because their two timelines are parallel, in line with each other. They're just different things are happening. That's what it's referencing to, right?
Oh, okay.
I guess that's my definition when I'm
okay,
using
okay,
it. Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Or alternate universe.
Yeah, it's like
alternate
it's like if
parallel
they do
universe.
exist, it's like where are they existing? kind
Where
of
are
thing?
they
Exactly.
existing? Because we would, we'd be connected somehow, right? Like, so how is that the black holes?
hole? That's exactly
So,
what I was thinking.
There's something Marlene was telling me a couple days ago. Like she saw an article saying scientists believe that in our universe alone, or in our galaxy alone, there's 100 black holes. They've identified them.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. It's actually
Aren't black holes like just sucking stuff in?
yeah. They like they. It's my understanding that nothing, no form of matter, can escape the gravitational pull.
Yeah.
And it's being pulled in and then like crushed.
Is it being crushed or is it being like just
Well,
pushed somewhere
Well,
else?
we've only been able to see what we can see, and it's like the reason they look the way that they look is because
Because they're like tornadoes, right?
no. They look like they almost look like an eclipse kind of when you're looking at them from one side,
Oh yeah.
and it's like light around
Yup.
it. It's because light is even light can't escape it, and so whenever it's getting pulled in, light is getting bent around like the gravitational pull. So when you're looking at it from one side, you're seeing the light being being like pulled in, and so it looks like that no matter what side you're on, but it's just the light being unable to escape and getting pulled in, and so it looks like a ball almost, but it's literally one dot.
Would you ever, if you had an opportunity to go into a black hole, would you do it? Just to know the truth.
Oh my! I mean, you're basically saying like
Potentially to
coin
kill
flip.
you.
Yeah,
50-50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 50-50.
If you make it out the other side, I mean, you're still effed because you're in space alone. Maybe, unless something on the other side there's civilization that's waiting. You know, I don't know.
Imagine there's a whole different universe through the black hole
Right.
that has harnessed its power and have like portals everywhere.
Everywhere. So it's like as soon as you go through, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to go here.
Oh, let's go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Right? That'd be nuts.
It'd be
It's-
crazy.
man. It's really really interesting. Also, I don't know if we've done this, but if we haven't, I want to know why. With what you're saying, if we have we've identified 100 black holes in our universe,
Yeah.
right?
Or galaxy.
Or in our galaxy.
'Cause universe is the whole thing.
Yeah.
Galaxy. Why have we tried to launch a camera into it?
We don't. Okay, so
They're
it's
far away.
too far.
Okay.
Way too far.
Even the closest one.
Yeah, because if it was close enough to do that, we'd be in a big trouble. Like we would be in big trouble because it would kill us. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, even like the way I was thinking, like even if one is like 75 years away, and like
We'd die.
did we? You think that far? You think it'd
Yeah.
still kill us?
Yeah.
I don't know. Their AOE is, I guess.
Their AOE, their
Yeah.
spread.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because, all right, here's something kind of interesting that I thought about. We all have shapes, right? Identifying like objects, things like that. Like the Earth, we think of the Earth being round, it's a sphere, whatever. What kind of
It's
a
flat?
whatever? What kind of shape do you think the universe is?
Well, I mean, people think the universe is just like never ending.
Yeah, but what kind
So
of
how-
shape is it though? Right? If you just stopped time right now, what kind of shape would it fill?
like a cloud.
You think it'd be like spiky?
No,
like,
actually, I don't. I think it would be almost a perfect sphere.
that's kind of what I'm thinking. Because if it's expanding at the same rate everywhere,
Yeah.
it would be even, right?
It's funny that we ended up talking about this because I wanted to mention something that I saw. Is some people are like, no, the like some people believe the universe has just always existed, like, and then eventually we like evolved or were created or whatever, and we were put here, right? Whether you believe in evolution or creation,
Yeah, whatever.
we're here, but the universe has always existed, right? And I saw this thing that kind of like single-handedly disproves that, and this is the thought, because we know for a fact that there are all of these like stars and all of these different planets and galaxies upon galaxies, right? And the number of them that we know exist is in the a super large number, right? And they're saying it would be impossible for the universe to have always existed, because if it had, then all of those stars and all of those galaxies and everything, all of their light would have gotten to us. But we are aware of lots of stars whose light hasn't gotten to Earth yet. And if the universe had always existed, then all of their light would have, because it would have always existed, the sky, like at night, would literally just be a solid blanket of stars, because
There's so many.
Because there's so many, there wouldn't be dark spots. We would be blanketed in a sky full of light, because they would have existed forever. But we are aware of stars whose light has not gotten to us yet, because they're so far away.
Okay, wait. Off of that theory, it's disproving what exactly? That it wasn't created all at the same time?
No. The universe.